Welcome to SATV News. This is Riaz Mahmood with our headlines. Former Chief Justice Khairul Haque, responsible for political crisis, deserves exemplary punishment, says Mirza Fakhrul. No party symbols in local government elections, says Asif Mahmood. Police must disclose identity, reason before arrest, says Asif Nazrul. One more student dies at Bern Institute. Death toll in Milestone jet crash rises to 33. Chinese medical team to arrive today. Now in details, the detective branch of the Dhaka Metropolitan Police arrested former Chief Justice ABM Khairul Haque at a Dhanmondi home this morning. DB Joint Commissioner Muhammad Nasirul Islam said he had been taken to the DB headquarters on Minto Road, adding that there were multiple cases filed against him. ABM Khairul Haque served as the country's 90th Chief Justice, taking office in 2010. He retired the following year upon reaching the mandatory retirement age of 67. During his time in the Appellate Division, he delivered the landmark verdict abolishing the caretaker government system. While serving in the High Court Division, he ruled in the Bangabandhu assassination case and the case concerning the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. In 2013, he was appointed chairman of the Law Commission for a 3-year term. He was subsequently reappointed to the post several times. After the Awami League government was ousted on August 5 last year, he resigned from the commission on August 13. Former Chief Justice ABM Khairul Haque is completely accountable for generating political crisis within the country, making him worthy of a significant punishment, said BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Justice Khairul Haque deserves an exemplary punishment so that no one can harm the state from that position in the future. After the ruling, the annulment of the caretaker government provision was rendered permanent, which had triggered a political crisis in Bangladesh in the latter period. Consequently, the nation has endured damage, said Mr. Fakhrul while talking to journalists at BNP chairperson's Gulshan political office today. Commenting on Khairul's arrest, the BNP leader also labelled him a big foe of Bangladesh. His ruling on the caretaker government system went against the state, added the BNP leader. Local government and sports advisor Asif Mahmood Shojib Bhuya has said that party symbols will not be used in the upcoming local government elections. He also said that the advisory council has approved amendments to 4 relevant laws placed by the local government divisions during a meeting. Meanwhile, law advisor Asif Nazrul has categorically said that the police are now required mandatorily to show their identities and the exact reason prior to arresting anyone. The family members and a lawyer of the arrested persons must be notified within 12 hours of being brought to the respective police station after arrest, he said. He said that the government has brought an amendment to the Code of Criminal Procedure to prevent arbitrary arrests and false cases. The remarks were made today while addressing a press conference held at the Foreign Service Academy in Dhaka.
স্টেট পার্টি হওয়ার বা পক্ষ হওয়ার সিদ্ধান্ত আজকে গ্রহণ কর্মকর্তাদের যে বেতন বাড়ানো হয় তারপরে এক দফায় ইনফ্লেশন
A 5-member emergency medical team from China is set to arrive in Dhaka to assist in the treatment of victims injured in the fighter jet crash at Milestone School and College in Uttara, according to a statement from the Chinese embassy in Dhaka. The team, which includes burn specialists and nurses, is being sent at the request of the interim government of Bangladesh. Upon arrival later today, the medical personnel will head to the National Institute of Burn and Plastic Surgery to offer assistance and conduct evaluations of the injured. 57 people who suffered burns or other injuries due to the jet crash in Milestone College remain hospitalized, including 8 in critical condition. The bodies of 6 victims have yet to be identified. Families of those still missing have been urged to come forward for DNA identification. Meanwhile, another student injured in the Milestone School and College jet crash has died while undergoing treatment at National Institute of Burn and Plastic Surgery. So far, 12 victims died at Burn Institute, while the total death toll from Monday's plane crash stood at 33, with mostly school children. However, Muhammad Ziaul Alam, principal of the Milestone College, revealed that 3 students and 2 guardians remain missing since the deadly plane crash on Monday. Bangladesh is awaiting a response from the United States regarding a letter it sent requesting a reduction in the recently imposed tariff on Bangladeshi products, Commerce Advisor S.K. Bashiruddin said today. He made the comment today while responding to a question over the issue at the Secretariat. An online meeting between the Bangladesh government and the United States Department of Commerce is scheduled for Friday, he added. Regarding the looming August 1 deadline for the new tariff to take effect, he said, this issue is important not only for us but also for the United States. As soon as they receive the invitation, they would go there. Asked about the government's expectations, Bashiruddin said they are hopeful and doing what is needed to be done for a positive outcome. He further added that many of the necessary policy adjustments involve complex inter-ministerial legal processes. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with us.
হোটেল ঢাকা নিবেদিত গহিনের গান গান পরিবেশন করবেন শফি মণ্ডল দেখবেন 26 জুলাই শনিবার রাত 11টায়
SATV রাউন্ড টেবল উপস্থাপনায় অধ্যাপক রুবায়েত ফেরদৌস। এবারে এই বিষয় বিপন্ন মানবাধিকার উত্তরণে করণীয়। দেখবেন 26 জুলাই শনিবার সকাল 11টায়।
গ্র্যান্ড প্যালেস হোটেল ঢাকা নিবেদিত গহিনের গান গান পরিবেশন করবেন শফি মণ্ডল দেখবেন 26 জুলাই শনিবার রাত 11টায়।
SATV রাউন্ড টেবল উপস্থাপনায় অধ্যাপক রুবায়েত ফেরদৌস। এবারে এই বিষয় বিপন্ন মানবাধিকার উত্তরণে করণীয়। দেখবেন 26 জুলাই শনিবার সকাল 11টায়।
Welcome back. You are watching SATV News. Now news from abroad. A passenger plane carrying nearly 50 people crashed in a remote spot in Russia's far eastern region of Amur on Thursday, with no immediate signs of survivors. Initial information suggested that everyone on board was killed, said Russian emergency services officials. The aircraft, a twin-propeller Antonov 24 operated by Angara Airlines, was headed to the town of Tinda from the city of Blagoveshchensk when it disappeared from radar at around 1 p.m. local time. The plane was carrying 43 passengers and 6 crew members on board, according to the region's governor Vasily Orlov. The World Food Programme's Emergencies Director warned on Wednesday that Gaza was facing astonishing level of desperation, with up to a quarter of the population, around 5 lakh people, now living in famine-like conditions. Roger Smith, speaking in Rome, said WFP teams on the ground were reporting that more than one-third of Gaza's population was going for multiple days without any food at all, while some 1 lakh women and children were suffering from severe acute malnutrition. The biggest risk is that people will starve to death, Smith said. This situation will only deteriorate and get much worse. His remarks came as 111 humanitarian and rights organizations issued a joint statement urging governments to act, warning that mass starvation was spreading while trucks loaded with food, clean water and medicine remained stuck outside the enclave. Smith said WFP's ability to deliver aid was hampered by ongoing insecurity and limited access. Despite international efforts to ease the flow of aid, Smith said the agency was not seeing a follow-through inside Gaza. 10 firefighters were killed and 14 were injured as they battled to contain a wildfire in Turkey's central Eskişehir province. Agriculture and Forestry Minister Ibrahim Yumakli said on Wednesday. Firefighters and rescue teams have been battling since Tuesday to contain a wildfire in Eskişehir's Sagazi district. On Wednesday, 24 firefighters were trapped in the fire when the wind suddenly changed direction and blew flames towards them, Yumakli told reporters. They were immediately taken to hospital, but 10 of them died while 14 others were still being treated, the minister added. They were fighting the fire above the hill while we were fighting it at the bottom, firefighter Erkan Temel, who witnessed the incident, told Ihlas news agency. They tried to escape the fire running uphill, but they could not manage to do it, he said. Justice Minister Ilmiz Tunç said in a post on X that prosecutors launched a legal investigation into the incident. 7 wildfires were still burning in 5 central and western Turkish provinces on Wednesday, Yumakli also said. US President Donald Trump on Wednesday touted a recent deal between the US and NATO whereby European allies would purchase weapons and send them to Ukraine as it fights Russia. They are going to pay the United States of America 100% of the cost of all military equipment, and much of it will go to Ukraine, Trump said in remarks at an artificial intelligence conference in Washington. He also said Washington was in serious trade talks with the European Union and it would set lower tariffs for the bloc if it opened itself up to US businesses. He further added that the United States was in the process of completing a trade deal with China and would be setting straight tariffs for most of the rest of the world. Ukraine brought home a new group of prisoners of war from Russia on Wednesday, President Volodymyr Zelensky said, saying it brought to more than 1,000 the number of returning soldiers as agreed at a talks in Turkey. Zelensky, writing on the Telegram messaging app, said that those returning were ill or seriously wounded. The servicemen who are returning today defended Ukraine in different sectors of the front, Zelensky wrote. A significant number spent more than 3 years as prisoners. All are receiving key support and medical assistance, the Ukrainian president added. Before ending, we go through the headlines again. Former Chief Justice Khairul Haque, responsible for political crisis, deserves exemplary punishment, says Mirza Fakhrul. No party symbols in local government elections, says Asif Mahmood. Police must disclose identity, reason before arrest, says Asif Nozrul. One more student dies at Bern Institute. Death toll in milestone jet crash rises to 33. Chinese medical team to arrive today. You're updated with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.